Hey everybody, I'm Deb with Queerstrology. Today I'm talking about birthdays, and my birthday happens to be December 28th. So I wanted to understand the difference between the natal charts of people who were born on the same day. So here we go. I'm a Capricorn. I was born on December 28th, 1978 at 5:39 a.m. in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm certainly not the only person who was born on December 28th. Even though I share the same solar return with some of these people, there are definitely differences in who I am and who they are. So here's an exploration into December 28th so that you can dive deeper into yours, and I will tell you how to find your birth twin at the end of this video. So I want to start out with John Legend. He was born December 28, 1978 at 8:25 a.m. in Springfield, Ohio. Well, with the time change and time difference, basically I was born 46 minutes before John Legend. You can see in the minutes next to the degree of each of the placements, there's not much difference at all. Now, when we look at our moon, you can see there's a little bit bigger of a difference in the minutes.
That's because the moon has a fairly fast transition time.
The major difference is our rising sign. Now, as a reminder, the rising sign changes every 2 hours. There's 24 hours in the day and there's 12 signs. So every couple of hours, the constellation that's on the horizon changes. I'm a Sagittarius rising, meaning people might see me as friendly and tolerant, a little bit of a know-it-all. John is a Capricorn rising, meaning that he's going to come off as very pragmatic and strategic and maybe come off a little bit unemotional or cold. Given that our rising signs are different, our houses are also going to be different. Let's look at somebody else who is also born on December 28th that also has a Capricorn rising and see how that lines up. Gail King, she's a commentator, a news reporter, probably best known as Oprah's best friend. She was born on December 28th in 1954 at 9:02 a.m. in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Her and John share the same rising sign and very close to the same degree, meaning that their house alignment will be very similar. However, the planets aren't necessarily going to be in the same spot. Well, we know that their sun and their rising sign are the same, meaning their ego and their public filter will be very similar. Their Mercury, as an example, is totally different. John has a Sagittarius Mercury, meaning that he is a big picture thinker and his communication comes from a place of experience. Gail's Mercury is in Capricorn, and that's going to make her more purposeful and efficient in her thinking and very focused in how she communicates. Looking at their Jupiter, planet of expansion, both John and Gail have it in the 7th house of relationships. However, John's is in Leo. This means he'll have a high capacity for understanding in his relationships, and he will always maintain his supportiveness, even if he happens to be married to somebody who is a bit notorious at this point. Now, Gail's Jupiter in the 7th house of relationships is in Cancer. Now, this means that she's going to be highly principled in her partnerships. People have to make the cut in order to be in a partnership with Gail. She's going to be very selective. And that speaks to the fact she was married from 1982 to 93, and since then has been fairly single. She has dated. Basically, she's been hanging with her best friend since then. If we take a look at Denzel Washington's chart, he was born on the same day and year as Gail, but he was born 9 hours before. Denzel Washington was born on December 28th, 1954 at 12:09 a.m., 9 minutes into the day, and he was born in Mount Vernon, New York. Now that means they're going to have very, very similar placements. The interesting part here is that Denzel is a Libra rising, which means his houses are going to be totally different than Gail's. Let's keep it in Jupiter for a second. We were just talking about Gail's Jupiter being in Cancer. Well, so is Denzel's. But Gail's is in the 7th house of relationships, and Denzel's is in the 10th house of experience, which is natively ruled by Capricorn. So that's going to give him increased abundance and ambition in his career. Now, because Denzel is a Libra rising, their charts start at a different sign, but almost all of their placements will be in the same sign and relatively the same area because they were born so close together. The point is, every sign is their own individual. They have different life paths, okay? Whether you were born on the same day, at the same time, any of that. We all have different life paths and different journeys, even if you are an actual twin, okay? Here's a couple of other people that have the same birthday as me. And what I want to point out is that these people are so different. When you look at them, you see and feel something completely different. But something that we all have in common, we're all the most amazing sign, Capricorn. Aww. So what are your thoughts? Do you think that I have similarities to some of these celebrities? Do you think some of these celebrities have similarities to each other? Do you know who your astrology twin is? Well, a link in my bio will take you over to Astro Theme, where you can look it up for yourself. Drop them in the comments and let me know who your astro twins are. All right, and until next time, please stay safe and everybody take care. Cheers.